Once upon a time, there was a woman named Maya who lived her life constantly seeking approval from everyone around her. From her parents, her boss, her friends, even strangers on the street, she craved validation. Every decision she made, whether small or large, seemed to hinge on what others would think of her. She wore the clothes people complimented, followed a career path others deemed prestigious, and even silenced her own voice to please those around her. Despite her outwardly successful life, deep down, she was restless and anxious. Every night she would lie awake, replaying conversations in her mind, wondering if she'd said the right thing, if someone was upset with her, or if she could have done more to be liked. It was exhausting, but to her, approval was everything, and without it, she felt lost. One day, on the advice of a colleague, Maya decided to take a break. She embarked on a mountain retreat where she met a Zen master named Yuna. With a gentle smile and eyes that seemed to see right through Maya's facade, Yuna welcomed her. In their first conversation, Maya asked, "How do I become someone everyone admires?" Yuna looked at her for a moment, then said, "Why do you need them to admire you?" Maya was taken aback. No one had ever asked her that before. She opened her mouth to speak, but found no words. Yuna invited her to sit with her in silence by the tranquil river that flowed nearby. They sat for hours without exchanging a single word. Yet Maya felt something stir within her, a quiet voice she hadn't listened to in years. Over the following days, Yuna didn't give Maya direct answers. Instead, she asked questions, each one peeling back the layers Maya had built around herself. Why do you choose to be someone else's reflection rather than your own? What would happen if you lived just for you? Maya had never thought about these questions before. Every time she tried to answer, she realized how deeply ingrained her need for approval was. Yuna taught her the art of mindfulness, of being present in each moment without attaching herself to the thoughts and judgments of others. At first, it was incredibly difficult. Maya's mind was like a crowded marketplace, full of voices telling her who to be and what to do. But slowly, through meditation and reflection, she began to find stillness. One morning, Maya sat by the river, watching the water flow freely, without effort, without direction. It simply existed, at peace with its own course. In that moment, something clicked. She realized that life was not about proving herself to anyone, but about flowing like the river in her own unique way. When she returned to the world outside the retreat, Maya still heard the familiar voices, people's opinions, their judgments. But now, they no longer controlled her. She smiled at them, but did not carry them with her. She began making choices that aligned with her own heart, not others' expectations. One evening, back at home, as she sat quietly with herself, Maya smiled. She no longer needed anyone's approval to feel whole. She had found peace within herself, just as Yuna had shown her. And that peace was more powerful than any validation she could ever receive from the outside world.